If you're thinking of moving to France in 2025, there are certain things that you need to be very careful of before you land in France. Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. This is Anya Nasser and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Believe it or not, but actually getting the visa and going through the entire process of maybe like applying for admissions or whatever, for whatever reason you're in France, that is the easiest part. जो असल मुश्किल होती है that comes when you land in France, because before that there's so like visa is easy, French visa is easy, even the application process is easy, universities को apply करना is easy, but when you get to France that's where the real challenge starts. सबसे पहले जो सबसे बड़ा मसला जो मेरे लिए और या मोस्ट लोगों के लिए होता है is to find accommodation in France. You need to understand that there's a lot of paperwork involved, a lot of bureaucracy involved, and it is very slow. For example, if you need to rent an apartment, उसके लिए you need to start the hunt at least 2 to 3 months before you need to move, even before actually. अगर आपने सितंबर में जाना है, make sure that you have started your apartment hunting from now, from March or maximum May तक you should have started finding a place in France, because वहाँ पे accommodation options बहुत कम होती हैं, बहुत एक्सपेंसिव होती हैं, और मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स डोंट फाइंड एनीथिंग अंटिल the very last minute or even afterwards, so you end up staying in a hotel and spending lots of money in trying to live in a place temporarily. उसके अलावा उसके लिए जो पेपर वर्क रिक्वायर्ड होता है वो भी बहुत ज़्यादा होता है. फॉर एग्जांपल यू वुड नीड अ गारंटर, स्पेशली इफ़ यू डोंट हैव अ रिलेटिव लिविंग इन फ्रांस, तो आपको कोई ना कोई गारंटर ढूंढना होगा हु वुड हैव टू साइन ऑन डॉक्यूमेंट्स and say कि हाँ, in case of non-payment of rent I will be held responsible, and it has to be a French citizen. If it's not that, तो आपको एक गवर्नमेंट से भी वीज़ा मिल जाता है, जो कि it's a fairly easy process, but it's difficult to understand initially. Once you have understood it then it's easy to reapply for it, but initially it's a little bit problematic. मुझे भी काफ़ी issue हुआ था in trying to figure it out. And it can also cause delays. बहुत last minute में वो नहीं, मतलब because paperwork is so slow, they can be very late in issuing the visa as well. And at times ये भी होता है कि if you have an accommodation but you don't have your guarantor or even a visa, so what they can do is that they can give you the keys to the flat but keep your passport, something so as important as a passport is with them. So वो आपको देखना होता है कि do you want to risk giving your passport to an agency or a company just for the sake of accommodation or not. So yeah, accommodation number 1. Number 2 is of course paperwork. Paperwork for everything is very slow. Bureaucracy in France is slower than in Pakistan. I can say that as like for sure. वहाँ पे they take forever to get back to you if they ever do. What happens is कि वहाँ पे they don't have a helpline. अगर helpline होती भी है तो 3 hours के लिए active होती है maximum in a day, and they don't answer very easily. मतलब फ़ोन नहीं उठाएंगे. पेरिस के स्पेशली अगर आपने कोई वीज़ा ऑफिस से अपना वीज़ा एक्सटेंशन के लिए अप्लाई करना है, बहुत मुश्किल से रिस्पांस मिलेगा. अ लॉट ऑफ द टाइम्स वीज़ा एक्सटेंशन डिलेज हो जाते हैं. 3 बार एक्सटेंशन दे भी देंगे तो वो वीज़ा अगर रिन्यू नहीं होता तो you would have to end up leaving the country as well, because and that wouldn't even be your fault. It would be मतलब because the processes are so slow कि वो कहेंगे there's nothing that we can do about it. So for example, अगर आपको 1 साल का वीज़ा मिलता है when you go on a student visa, आपने वो एक्सटेंड करवाना होता है, राइट? तो वो एक्सटेंशन में टाइम इतना लग जाता है काफ़ी लोगों को. they end up staying there illegally technically, because even though they have submitted their own files, वो अप्रूव नहीं होती गवर्नमेंट की तरफ से. So these are the things that are very frustrating. They sound, अभी हमें यहाँ से बैठ के यही होता है कि ओ हम बस एक बार पहुँच जाएं, but वहाँ पहुँच कर भी इस तरह के मसले होते हैं. there's nothing you can do about them, and they're very frustrating. So just be, मतलब इसके बारे में be prepared कि इस तरह के मसले होंगे. I often talk about countries like the UK or the US. I don't know much about the US to be honest, but in comparison to the UK, बहुत difference है. UK is very efficient, very quick, very fast, very helpful. It's a lot more expensive as well, but they're very quick and they're very fast. France, on the other hand, is nothing like that. They take forever to respond. Even I think Germany is the same. They're very slow with their responses. They're very slow with getting back to students. bureaucracy or paperwork is very time consuming. उसके अलावा another thing that you need to be very mindful and careful of is that you understand French on a basic level. You can speak French on a basic level, you can understand it, because majority of the people do not speak English over there. So you would have to, in order to get by, in order to do anything on a day-to-day basis, you would have to understand, or you would have to be able to speak basic level of French. A2 level की French, I always emphasize on that कि आपको आनी चाहिए. Otherwise it would be very difficult to get any groceries, to understand कि ticket कैसे लेते हैं पब्लिक ट्रांसपोर्टेशन का, या अगर आपने कोई भी काम करना है, कुछ भी करना है आपको, इवन यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर भी आपको टू अ लार्ज एक्सटेंट इंग्लिश से काम गुजारा नहीं होएगा. यू वुड हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ये बेसिक चीज़ें फ्रेंच में कैसे कही जाती है. फॉर दैट आई वुड रिकमेंड टेकिंग फ्रेंच क्लासेस इन एडवांस. Other than that, my fourth and last point is that you understand how important student discounts are. जब आपको एक स्टूडेंट कार्ड मिलता है उसमें बताया जाता है कि इसमें जो है इंटरनेशनल स्टूडेंट सेंटर या बेसिकली आपका जो कार्ड होता है उसमें आपको बताया जाता है कि कितने कितने आपको डिस्काउंट्स मिल जाते हैं. A lot of the museums, a lot of these art galleries are free for most students under 26. ट्रांसपोर्टेशन में डिस्काउंट मिल जाता है इफ़ यू अंडर 26. या वैसे भी आपको काफ़ी मतलब KFC, मैकडॉनल्ड्स इवन तक आपको डिस्काउंट्स मिलते हैं. आपको रेस्टोरेंट्स में डिस्काउंट्स मिलते हैं. अगर आपने डिज्नीलैंड पेरिस जाना है उसके लिए आपको डिस्काउंट्स मिलते हैं. अगर आपने विद इन यूरोप ट्रैवल करना है तो आपको उसके लिए भी डिस्काउंट्स मिलते हैं. सो दैट इज़ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट बिकॉज आपको उसका बहुत फ़ायदा उठा सकते हैं इफ़ यू एक्चुअली अंडरस्टैंड हाउ एंड वेयर दी स्टूडेंट डिस्काउंट्स अप्लाई. Yeah, so that was like a good point. All the others are not so good, but at the same time, I always say that France is an amazing country to go to as a student to get your education. बहुत frustrating हो जाता है in terms of like paperwork and bureaucracy and getting along, like finding your way throughout the process. लेकिन आपको eventually in the long run, it's worth it. However, be prepared before you fly to France. Don't have बहुत ज़्यादा unrealistic expectations, especially when it comes to finding a job or finding being able to do things efficiently. इतना वो नहीं होता, थोड़ा सा problematic हो जाता है, लेकिन it's a great country to go to. All the best.